Hi, Erasmus users. Today I'm going to show you what a session looks like on the front end. So this will be run by your BTs and RBTs who are working directly with a client. So my name is at the top here, Shara, and then the client that we are working with today, their name is Bennett. I just selected this client here, and we are going to take a look at the daily session. I can also choose, I'm a manager level user here, but I can choose how I would like to view this client's main page. So as far as settings for each one of these users, that is going to be done at the manager level, and the manager can set up those user privileges. But just so we can see what this would look like here, it would let us know that we're viewing this as a behavior technician. We're also able to see all of the programs down here for this client. These are arranged really by the treatment areas that have been determined by the organization. So we can see each one of these. We're going to go ahead and click on this daily session. Now, a session is essentially a collection of programs that we want to be run together at a specific time. So, some examples of sessions, a lot of organizations may just do a daily session. They may do the specific CPT code, is what they call it. Or, for instance, if you're seeing a client across multiple environments, there may be different sessions that are set up. So, for instance, if we were seeing Bennett at school and home, maybe we would have a school and home session, and then all of the school programs would be in the school session and the home programs in the home session. Okay, so we're going to go back to our manager level, and we're going to go ahead and click on start session. So again, this is what your therapist who's working with your client would be seeing. I am using a laptop in viewing this. However, if your BT decides to use a phone or a tablet, they would be able to see the information the exact same way. So the end user's view is going to be the same regardless of what type of device they are using. So this is my preparation page. Here I'm able to see a message from my BCBA. This is all customizable as well. I'm able to see all of the programs here that this client has. And down below, I can also see the latest program modifications across all of this client's programming. So from here, I could click in and see some instructions that are here. I can see some video modeling that this BCBA put together. I see the actual instructions. I can see the targets that are open or mastered or in probe or baseline for this program. I can also see the history here to see when data has been taken for this program. And then I can see any sort of data modifications specific for this program as well. Once I'm ready and I feel confident I'm ready to start the session, I will go ahead and click Start Session. And then this is what my data sheet looks like. So at the top, you'll notice that we have a timer counting up. This is our session time. So from when the BT clicks into the session is when this will start. We have some options at the top. This blue bar is also our pinned programs. So the BCBA is able to select programs that they want pinned to the top, that maybe they're programs that the BCBA wants to make sure the BT completes daily. Maybe they want to make sure that the behaviors are also listed here at the top, just so it's quick and easy access for the BT or what have you. You really have some options here. And you'll notice here we'll just click on the program and take some data, and you'll see that we have a lot of options here for prompting levels and a lot of colors. These are all customizable to you. You can decide what you want written here and what color you would like that prompt level to be. You can also decide what's going to be a correct response and what's going to be an incorrect response. This is our frequency data. So as aggression or elopement occurs, we're able to click here. You can also long hold click, and then you can enter the number of instances here. We also have the ability to take duration data as well. So for this client, that's going to look like parallel play. So we'll take an instance at 8 seconds, and then we'll continue going, and you'll see we'll take the entire duration that was clicked as well. We also have different sort of options if you want to count down, if the client is out of seat or not, you can take that data as well. And another way that you can view this, you'll see that we have these programs organized by those treatment areas. So this is going to be our full page of all the programs that this client has open and available. But I have some options. I can also click here and I can just view one program at a time. So if you, as a BT, if you would like to see this a different way, you're able to do that here. I'll just take some quick data again so you can see what it looks like. If I'm on a COEX, but I want to look at other programs, I can just click that bar here and I can scroll through and select some programs here to take data on. It's just what a morning classroom routine looks like. As you can just see, we have a lot of customization here. Another option you can do as a BCBA, you can add tags to all of your programs so that during session, we can actually filter by specific programs. So if we're wanting to look at all of the functional living skills, for instance, we're able to go ahead and filter by that and be able to take data. Another nice thing that I love about this is we are able to work on our note right here in session. So as far as session notes, we can assign one session note template to the session itself so that your clinicians just have, one note that they are looking at. They won't see other options for other templates or what have you. But I can actually go in and I can click on and take data on some of my programming here. Just going to select some and then I'm going to minimize it. That will save it and then I'm able to come back to it at the end of session. We also have the option to add photo or add video, record a video here. Because I'm on a laptop, it's going to ask me to select a file. But if I was on a tablet or phone, then I would actually be able to record or take that photo in the app itself and then upload it here. And we also have the option to invite to a video session if there is a remote or telehealth session being conducted. Up here too, we also have the option for ABC data. This is also very customizable so that you can go in and add specifics here. I will just create some data. And if there's more, if you want to add like the location, for instance, of where this behavior occurred, and if it was a client injury or staff injury, and then I'm also able to take notes on the behavior. All right, and we'll save that entry. We will go ahead and select Finish Session. We will say that we're finishing this client session for the day, and then this will bring me back to that note. So as you can see here at the top, we have some options that are already checked off. We can go back in and edit them if we want to just double check that this is correct. And as far as the notes, these are all customizable as well. We recommend that organizations give us the template that they are using organization-wide so that we can help create these templates for you in HighRasmus itself. We also have options for an AI session summary. So this is something that generates based on the data that was collected during session. So for this, we really want to make sure that clinicians who are using this feature are reading through this summary session, making sure that the information here is adequate. Let's say, for instance, though, I didn't want to include some things. I can absolutely delete. I can go in and I can edit specific things to make them more individualized to this client. I'll go ahead and select continue. Just to show you our other options that you could have for a session note in there too. You have those checkboxes, you have some writing prompts and what have you. This is where I finish session, so I can add in if there's, maybe I started at an earlier time, I can go in and add that time here. You can also decide in your user privileges settings if your clinician is going to have access to change the time on their own, if they have to request a time from a manager, or if they don't have access at all to changing their times. That is all customizable as well. I'll go ahead and select continue here. And then this is what my no looks like. So this is my demo organization, New Heights, and you can see here that we have some client and provider information. You may have noticed that that information isn't something that I filled out in the note itself, but this is information that was pulled from the client's profile within HighRasmus. So these are things that have not changed, the name, date of birth, the diagnosis, the organization name, the provider name. I can also go in here and add additional items. So if there's more that I want to add here, or if there are things that I want to take away, I can absolutely edit. So we'll review all of this. We also have all of the session data in here, the number of trials and that outcome. And then I will just select that I have viewed the AI assisted fields, and then I will select save session and sign off on it. And my session is complete. So I'm able to scroll down a little bit as well, and I can actually go in and see that data. I can scroll back on my time to see when each piece of data was collected during session. So that is a nice feature. And then I can also add comments here. So if there's something specifically I want to make sure that my BCBA is aware of, I can just tag my BCBA and say, please look at this data. Something like that. And then that person who is tagged will get notified here in HighRasmus here at the top for their notifications. Another option too, let's say that a session occurred, maybe there were some behaviors that happened and I wasn't able to get into HighRasmus daily session at this time. I can go in and manually enter a session entry, and this can be at a later time. So, let's say, we know that things happen and why clinicians aren't able to log in for whatever reason. We have this option as well. So I can select what type of session that I want it to be, change that start and end time and date if needed, and then I can actually go in and take data on those specific items. So it'll look just a little bit different than that data page, but you're still able to take that data. Now, we also have an offline mode. So I know that is a fairly common thing for users, is that they may be at a client's house and they don't have access to Wi-Fi. We do have the offline mode where the user or clinician is able to download up to 5 different clients at a time. They're still able to take data on those clients. And then once their device is back on Wi-Fi, then that data would upload. So they would still take data in the same way of the data sheet that I showed previously. All right, and that is what it will look like for the user itself. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at help@highrasmus.com. Thank you so much.